Javier, thanks for having us here at your restaurant, SED. Tell us a little bit about SED and how this came about.
My pleasure. Thank you for having you. Yeah. And cheers.
Cheers. Salud.
Salud. Sir came an idea of after working in many restaurants in the DC area and seeing what is going on in the market. We thought that there is potential, there is a market for traditional Spanish food known in a tapas format.
Great. That brings up another question, because DC is full of tapas restaurants. As you well know, I was a regular at La Tasca. What makes SED so unique away from the tapas menu, from Spain?
We're simply not a tapas restaurant. We are a restaurant that serves traditional Spanish food. And as a matter of fact, most of the traditional Spanish dishes cannot be served in the tapas format because they're simply too big to be in a tapa format. For example, one of our more popular dishes is the cochinillo, which is the roasted suckling pig. It is this big, so we serve a quarter of the pig, but if you wanted to do it in a tapas concept, it will need to be only this small, and the texture of the meat is completely different if it comes from the ribs or if it comes from the leg. Right. So we serve a main dish that is served 2 to 3 people, and it's a quarter of the pig, which include ribs and leg of the pig.
That's fantastic, because as you know, I've been to Spain many times. So when I'd come back to DC or probably a lot of cities in the U.S., you get tapas. But tapas is usually something that you get, at the bar with a nice little drink, and they welcome you in. So that's why I see SED so refreshing. Talk about your success. This has been the talk of the town for about a year. A lot of rave reviews from many, well-established magazines inside DC. What makes SED so successful?
I think it's because we stand for what we are. SER means to be, but SER is also the acronym for is simple, easy, and real. And that's what we want to be. We are not a fancy restaurant. We are a simple and easygoing restaurant and real. You will eat here what your mother or your grandmother will cook for you at home.
Which I think is unique, and I think that's an edge, a part of your success, because like I said, many tapas restaurants, but this sticks out. So talk to me about your chef. I mean, he's well known. Just talk a little bit about him and what he brings to SED.
Well, Joshua, he's not my chef. He's actually we co-own this restaurant together. Okay. Joshua came to this country about almost 30 years ago to open one of the most well-known restaurants in the city and one of the best Spanish restaurants outside of Spain. Joshua is just the best traditional chef that I ever known. And because what we want to be a simple, easy, real restaurant. We're not reinventing the wheel. We just take a very good product and we cook it with a lot of love, and there is nobody like that, like Joshua, to do that.
It's kind of hard to find, but you have them, and that's fantastic.
Thank you.
What makes SED so unique as far as the menu? You talked about the bigger plates, but you do have some smaller plates. Let's talk about those, because people need to realize too they can come and have those at happy hour or.
Absolutely, yeah. We are a full service restaurant. We have appetizers. Some people call it tapas. Some people call it appetizer.
Right.
In the end of the day, it's just some of the most traditional items from Spain. So you can come and have a couple appetizers and share a glass of sangria,
right.
Or you can have a full
and happy hour is 7 days a week, right?
7 days a week, 4 to 7. Most of our appetizers items on the main menu are in the happy hour list.
Fantastic. Now, talk to me a little bit about Pajama Sunday. That sounds like a novel idea. Share a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's working very well. On Sundays people are wake up after having a big Saturday. They're tired. Maybe they don't feel like dress
Right,
and they
just
just
come
jump
as
out
is.
from the bed
Yeah.
and come in their pajamas. They get a free mimosa or a Bloody Mary on us because
Can't
of
go
that.
wrong.
But the most important thing about the pajama menu, it is that it is made in a way that again, people don't need to think too much about what to choose. You have 4 appetizers, 4 main course, and 4 dessert.
Right.
And they are branch-oriented items, and they don't need to go through the whole menu. They just want to make it.
Definitely gonna have to try that out sometime soon. Now, what's next for Sed? You've been so successful at La Tasca. You've been successful here. What can we see next from Javier Candon?
You never know. You may get a surprise, but at the moment, it has been only 1 year with Sed. There are a lot of things that we need to improve. There are a lot of areas that we need to focus. At the moment, it's just to continue to do Sed even better, and obviously focusing and create new areas at Sed that's going to bring us to the next stage.
Well, we're looking forward to ordering some food, and gracias por tiempo. Salud.